Gentlemen, welcome to FPW Uncensored. We have one hell of a show in for you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, here at the commentary desk, I have TJ, the crazy one, Dalator. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have one hell of a show in for you tonight. Sit back, relax, get the chips, get the popcorn, get the soda, get your friends, get your family. Let's get ready for some action in this ring tonight. And ladies and gentlemen,
coffee is better than nothing.
It is. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to kick the action off here tonight. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, your first match is Sector 1-4. Introducing first, from the high-rise towers in Dallas, Texas, accompanied by Plaza Window, standing 72 weighing 297 pounds, the Big Shot,
I'm a hustle, you can tell that I'm paid and I protect what I got. I'm in the house with my blade, nigga, you front, you gon' get it. Okay, now maybe I'm sitting, cause I want you to trip. Yeah, I be on that shit. You should see when I'm stunting, the flesh is supposed to be button. Push the whip, see me rolling.
That's what it is.
I'm howling, I'm just doing my thing. You know the units, the gang. I got my crime, you shady with me, you front, you'll have to get me off your ass. A bit of lawsuit, it's not a big deal.
Is Plaza actually smoking a cigar out here? Benjamin Nirvana in the ring as we wait for his opponent.
There's a problem, we solve it. We don't resolve it. It usually just evolves into one big brawl, and we all get involved, and then we should all get a merit.
Oh, you 40. You 40.
Oh my god. Alright, who'll let the screamers in?
Oh, great. Here we go with the greats again. Anyway.
And his opponent from Bongo Regis, England, 75 feet 10, weighing 210 pounds, Bobby Henderson.
Why am I not even paying attention to? I'm supposed to watch. I'm a commentator.
What are those trunks on Bobby Henderson right now?
I don't know. They're just... It's bad of how small they are that I can literally see his butt crack. That's not good.
That is not good at all. Okay, referee Sarah Ashcroft in the ring. Your official in charge, checking both competitors. Make sure
He's in the good stuff.
Extracurriculars.
Oh, God.
Benja is one huge
Wait a
dude.
minute.
What the?
Look.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck?
It's Skillix.
Seems we have Skillix out here at ringside, and the two men in the ring not locking it up, and they let it go. A little
Yeah.
time for Benja. Hey, Skillix, so you gonna sit here and commentary with us?
Seems like it.
Well, it seems Benja has taken Bobby Henderson down. Side headlock takedown.
Hey! No pulling the hair. Bad. No pulling. What? Excuse me.
This is, Bobby Henderson actually getting up from this. Very surprising, seeing how much bigger Benja is and how much more weight he's got. This is.
I can't believe what he just said.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna stand here. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. So, ooh, Benja going in with that. What was it? That was a basic fist drop coming off the ropes. Big shot.
Well, he calls himself Big Shot for a reason.
I can see why. He's big and he takes shots.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact.
Ooh.
They always say they kick out at 2. But lately they've been staying on at 3.
Here goes Bobby Henderson with the pin,
Wait,
surprisingly.
one?
First pin in the match, and it's a
No.
1 count. I think it's going to take a lot more than that to take Benja down.
Well, with how big he is, of course it's gonna take a bit. Though, of course, Bobby better not dilly-dally, or else he'll come back and bite him real hard in the ass.
Yeah, no clowning around here, no wasted motion to be had here, especially against Benja. And a knee to the gut, kick to the gut.
Ooh. Ouch, and he went in with an inverted atomic bomb on him.
Oh yeah. That was Benja
Ooh.
performing that, and a discus punch, and what was that, a discus punch?
That's a rolling elbow.
Or a rolling elbow? It's kind of hard for me to see from over here, okay? Wow.
Mind your own damn business.
Because, Benja, you put yourself in my business.
And a top block from Bobby Henderson to Benja, and Benja not paying attention.
This is why you need to keep your eyes on your opponent.
Yes.
Ugh. Seriously.
This is what happens when you mention our name.
Seems so, I guess.
Seems very much so. And what is Bobby Henderson gonna do here now?
Well, he's got Benja by the leg.
Got Benja by the leg indeed. And we just,
Ooh.
ooh, what a brutal kick.
I think he gave him a good bit of a kick in the leg, too. Ow. Baza, for crying out loud. That was not a low blow. What are you talking about? I know damn well what's going on.
We got
Totally.
TVs in here. We got TVs over here. We can see the action.
Exactly.
But
Anyway,
you see, Barza likes to be right up close to the action.
well, you're not wrong on that. He is pretty close to the action.
He's up close and
Oh.
personal. What can he do?
Ooh.
He likes that view.
Okay. Anyway, Bobby went in with an elbow drop right into Benja. Man.
Huge elbow drop into Benja. Has Benja put up one bit of offense right now?
At this point, I'm not really sure. He's been on the ground for quite a good bit.
Yeah.
And he's really grabbing onto one of his legs, as you can
Yeah,
see.
he's favoring that leg, favoring that knee, it seems, as well.
Seems like Bobby did a bit of damage to him.
And Bobby Henderson just right there. Sarah Ashcroft telling Bossa to calm down.
Uh-oh.
Whoa! Wait, is it figure 4 time? It
Yes.
is.
She's doing her job. Shut up. And
I mean,
yeah,
this is
there's-
not really. This is very bad because Benja is now so close to those ropes very, very quickly.
yeah, so because of the fact of him being bigger than Bobby, he would have been able to
And-
get over to the ropes without a problem.
Yup. So, referee called for the break. Counts up. Bobby breaking that too.
Ooh, no. Ooh. He's still favoring that knee of his.
He is. Something tells me that that chop block that started it all did some damage along with that figure 4.
Maybe. We'll have to wait and see if Bobby's going to take advantage of that weak spot there.
Yeah.
Are you sure? It doesn't seem like it. Oh, there's a pin. 1, 2.
Referee,
No.
and it's only a 2 count.
You call it fake news, but the fact that he's actually holding on to his leg, I don't think he's... Okay, never mind. I take back what I said.
Oh, Benja coming back into this fight. Whoa! Nice combination there by Benja. Taking down Bobby Henderson.
And I hear Benja just yelling at Bobby to get up.
I mean, how much damage was done to Benja's leg there by Bobby Henderson?
I don't know, but frankly at this point, I don't know if it was legit or not.
Who knows?
'Cause he seems to be running pretty fine on it.
He does, so...
Ooh!
Drop toe hold by Bobby Henderson. Benja favoring that leg again.
I'm just gonna have an air of skepticism on this one. Ooh!
Oh, Bobby picks her up and gets punched. Double haymakers there by Benja.
Are
And a
you
chop from
serious?
Bobby.
That's not gonna do
chop was that?
anything. What?
What the hell?
How did he do that?
Well then.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll just... Why Bobby Henderson dragging Benja to the ropes?
What does he have in mind?
What's the idea here? What's the plan?
Well, we're gonna find out. Oh!
Oh no! And wow, that's a total mess, and Benja gets out of the way.
Yeah, he tried
Just
for
in
an
time.
elbow drop, but no one was there.
Trying to take out the knee of Benja Nirvana completely and failing. Good awareness on Benja to get out of the way.
Yeah, I guess. There he goes with the leg again.
I'm inclined to believe there was some serious damage.
Ooh.
Oh!
And he went in with a dragon suplex, the one,
Yes.
the two.
And no, that's...
Wait, what?
What? Why?
He broke out.
I don't know how Bobby Henderson broke out of that. He was folded up like an accordion.
Exactly. I mean,
I'm gonna leave you two guys to the rest of the match. I think I've already seen enough.
okay.
They don't
That
stand a chance. They don't stand a chance.
that's fine.
That's okay. Anyway, it looks like both of our wrestlers are down and I think hurting.
Yeah.
Wait a
Referee
minute.
is taking...
Hey, wait a minute.
Whoa,
Did
whoa.
you see what happened?
Yeah, what?
I
Bobby
think he
needs
just
to be
loaded
careful here.
Bench's glove with something.
Yeah, Bobby needs to be careful here.
Oh god. What?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Are
and
they
he's
gonna
going
get a
for
win
the
off this?
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
I
You
knew
saw
it.
that, right?
I saw it as clear as day.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this match, the Big Shot, Benja Nirvana!
As I always say when it comes to the trench moves, they always use dirty tactics. They can never win cleanly.
Well, we saw it, unfortunately. Ladies and gentlemen, referee never saw it, so...
I say I run it, cause I'm in control. Hitting out, you're gonna see a couple shots of Patron. How you feeling tonight? I get your eyes okay. Party poppin', shout just coming with me tonight. I ain't self-deleting, I ain't snapping and popping either. I'm bobbing my head, or I'm just standing there watching. I'm a hustler. You can tell that I'm paid and I protect what I got. I'm in the house with my blade, nigga. You fuck, you gon' get it. Okay, now maybe I'm sitting, cause I want you to trip it. Yeah, I be on that shit. You should see when I'm stunting. I flash the stones to be button. Push the whips see me rolling. You can tell that I'm howling.
Hey, you can't blame the referee for not seeing what they
I got my
didn't see.
slime, you shady with me. You front, you'll have to get me off your ass. A bit of lawsuit land. It's not a big deal. It's nothing but some bitch.
Oh, come on.
What's happening now?
Could you please state your name and the reason for your deposition today?
Oh no, not this again.
Yes. My name is David Hawkactor, and my reason for taking these legal actions is because I was discriminated against, defamed, and fired without cause. As a result, I lost 6 months of income plus potential bonuses and legal expenses. I currently wrestle for Fusion Pro Wrestling out of the United Kingdom and Over the Edge Wrestling out of the United States. And recently, FPW brought me back, and the former general manager was finally removed, and a real leader like Stuart Wharf was returned to power.
Stuart Wharf was who hired you originally for FPW, if I'm not correct?
That is correct. He reached out to me personally to bring me to the UK and FPW. He's done something similar on multiple occasions because he knows true talent and values me as a competitor and as one of the main stars in pro wrestling.
When the former GM was put into position, what was it like for you as a performer?
The night she got announced as the new general manager, I was actually excited. I thought this was a great opportunity for the company, but right off the bat, she had expressed her disinterest in me based on my political beliefs. She was very vocal on commentary and on social media, anti-DHA sentiments.
Is that something new for you?
I wouldn't say it was new for me. There are a lot of people who don't like me. Someone doesn't have to like me to know how much I value pro wrestling and how much value I bring to a promotion.
But her feelings about you started impacting your career.
Absolutely. Her personal feelings did start affecting my career. All of a sudden, our senior referee was fast counting my matches. I was being put into opening matches where the payout bonuses are better when you're in the main event. I was still ranked number 1 for the men's division consistently for months, but I was being treated like I had no value. I was the FPW world champion and still being treated like that. But even being treated like that, I never let that affect my work ethic. Like most hard-working Americans, I felt that if I continued to give it my all, I would be able to push past her bias.
And when did her anti-DHA sentiment start?
She had actually guest appeared on commentary off and on from the beginning of Fusion Pro Wrestling, always speaking out about how much she didn't like DHA, she hated my political beliefs. All of a sudden, I was stuck in the past type of thing. But she didn't take power as general manager until September of 2021. And within a month, she had found a way to get rid of me.
Okay, let's take a quick break, and then we'll get some more information.
This is just unbelievable.
What is this deal here with DHA?
He's apparently seeing that our recent general manager was like, oh, I don't like you just because you're political. That never even happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Seattle, Washington, she stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing 114 pounds, Kasumi Hayata! Sumi is ready for this match. She wants to go.
Well, I don't blame her on that at all. Oh, and she's saying, send out the big bad wolf.
Yeah, you heard that. Weighing 210 pounds, the alpha female, Luca Noir.
In the snow and the ice, all the rest was blood. In the time of the tribe, we took powers and lives. When I ran with the wolves, and the hunting was good. See me now, I was another, not like me when the wolves.
I'll say this much. Oh man, the hunt's gonna be good tonight for both of these ladies.
Oh, indeed.
Alright, referee Sarah Ashcroft getting in there, doing what she normally does.
Well, of course. Why wouldn't she?
Checking the competitors, make sure they're clean. Kasumi acknowledging just how tall Lupin Noir is. And these two ladies are locking it up, and a side headlock takedown from Lupin Noir.
Oh my, oh my.
The alpha female imposing dominance early, very quickly in this match.
Well, you gotta put some kind of dominance in somehow.
Yes, and shoving Kasumi away. Kasumi coming in with a kick to the thighs. Kicks to the thighs of Lupin Noir. Kasumi is gonna have to get up some serious speed if she wants to take on Lupin Noir.
Oh, indeed.
But if I'll say it this way, Kasumi has a lot of speed on her.
She does, that's a fact. But, yeah, it doesn't matter who your opponent is, you still have to be a bit wary.
Yes. Kasumi coming out. Whoa! The strength of Lupin Noir catching Kasumi coming off those ropes. Just tossing her.
So she pretty much just yeeted her.
Yeah, just yeeting her back to those ropes like it was nothing. Like a plaything.
Jeez. He's definitely a lady you don't want to
Kasumi getting
piss
out
off.
of the way and Lupin Noir charging in. Now it's Kasumi who's in good position here. Going to deliver some kicks. Straight to Lupin Noir. Those shoot kicks.
Ooh.
And a boot to the face. Boot to the face of Kasumi Hayata from Lupin Noir. My goodness.
Oh boy. And, yeah, with her side, she probably could if she wanted to.
And we got a pinfall here. We got a pin. Pinfall attempt. We only got a 2, folks. Only a 2. This match continues. Oof.
Indeed it does. Oof. Aren't most matches usually insane here?
Yes, they are. Now, Lupin Noir just delivering some brutal punches and an elbow here. And, whoa.
Oof.
Abdominal stretch from Lupin Noir to Kasumi Hayata. That is extremely painful, and even more painful coming from Lupin Noir, especially if you're the size of Kasumi Hayata.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
I wouldn't wish that on my absolute worst.
Oof. Oh.
A slam and another pin. And we got another 2 count. Okay. Lupin Noir is not wasting any time tonight getting things done. Lupin Noir telling the referee to count faster, but hey, referee's doing her job just fine in there.
Exactly. But I think it's just the fact that Lupa is very eager to want to hurt somebody.
Yes. Oh! Super kick!
Oh, goodness.
I don't know how that didn't take Lupin Noir off her feet, but then again, I guess I could see it.
Maybe.
Oh, man. Lupin Noir right now is seeing, as you would say, Tweety birds.
Yeah. You get hit that hard, you're bound to be seeing Tweety birds at some point.
And there it is, there. Oh my god.
What?
Right off the ropes, takes Lupin Noir right off her feet. Noir sitting up, and then baseball slide drop kick. And only gets a 1 count out of it.
Man, gonna have to work a bit harder on that.
I think Lupin Noir right now is more pissed off than anything.
Wouldn't surprise me.
And Lupin Noir, whoa!
Ooh.
Knocking Kasumi Hayata right out of the ring.
Man, she did that like it was nothing.
And run Kasumi Hayata's bell hard. Alright, referee is starting a count. Count of 10.
Ooh.
Flex.
Owie.
And that's a big owie.
Yeah, she hit nothing but concrete there.
And that was an inverted suplex at that. That's not fun.
Far from it.
Right into the barricade goes Kasumi Hayata.
Oh!
And oh!
She almost managed to dodge it, but not quite.
Not quite there.
Ooh!
Yeah, Lupin Noir did not get all of that boot, so Kasumi Hayata was able to recover and just go right on the attack.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Oof. Anyway, she better get herself back into the ring.
Yep.
The referee's at 8.
That breaks the count. Referee's gonna have to restart.
I know that sometimes the ref gets annoyed with that, but...
Oh yeah, referees always get annoyed with that kind of thing. A competitor goes out inside the ring then back out. That pretty much restarts the count right there because, I mean...
And back into the ring goes Lupa.
Lupa not coming back out of the ring. Referee on 3.
Alright.
Most competitors back in the ring. Oh!
She's going in for a cover. 1, 2.
Cover off that kick.
It was only good for 2.
Yeah. It's gonna take more.
It normally does when it comes to Lupa.
Oh, most definitely. But a kick like that could take any normal person out real fast.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Looks like Kasumi is kind of stalking Lupa.
This could be a mistake.
Oh, could be. Oh,
And
yeah.
there it is! Lupa Noir hitting that haymaker hard.
That was a Polish hammer, actually.
And it's still considered kind of a haymaker because that'll knock any normal person out.
Indeed.
So hitting with that Polish hammer, literally dropping a hammer, you might as well say.
Yeah, in a way. Ow.
Alright, Kasumi Hayata in the corner. Whoa!
Ooh.
Getting her head smashed into that turnbuckle there.
Even though the turnbuckle is padded, it still hurts.
Guys, don't think you can get your head slammed in that padded turnbuckle and it not hurt. It will hurt. Oh no, this is unnecessary now. Referee's starting a 5 count.
Unbelievable.
Now that's just...
That's just not right. Anyway, Lupa's got a hold of... Well... Uh-oh.
And a scoop slam from
Ooh.
Lupa.
Uh-oh. Ooh!
Ooh, that's a heavy splash.
Yes, and she's going in for a pin. 1, 2... No!
Almost a 3.
She's still kicking. It's funny how you mention that. She kind of does.
I have once called her, what, the 10th wonder of the world?
Maybe.
What? Hello? Did Kasumi Hayata do what I just think she did?
I think she did.
Just jumped right
Ooh.
onto Lupa Noir, like, literally hung there and just started punching.
That speed can be an advantage for her.
As I said at the beginning of the match, Kasumi Hayata is going to need that speed to equal out the strength of Lupa Noir.
Yes, but you have to remember it can also be a disadvantage if she gets tired out too quickly.
That is true. Into that corner. And now those kicks.
Ooh.
Referee starting a 5 count on this. She's going to have to...
Oh, you think that Lupa's pissed? No, she is pissed.
No, Lupa's definitely pissed off. She's eventually going to say, I've had enough of this shit.
And Kasumi just went in with that Tokyo Drift.
Ugh. That Tokyo Drift is one brutal kick. I don't care who you are.
Alright.
Kasumi Hayata getting on the ropes, ready to pounce.
Oh,
In order to get up.
Oh.
And oh! Back down goes Lupin Noir.
Damn.
Damn indeed.
Oh, she's doing the stalking again.
This could be a mistake. She should have gone for it.
Luba just pushed her.
Alright, Kasumi getting out of the way here. And we got a scoreboard ball up.
Hey!
Wait a minute.
She cheated.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this match, Lupa Noir.
I think she was grabbing onto the tights, not just hooking her foot onto the rope.
I think that's what happened. But the referee didn't even really see it. I think the referee's view was obstructed.
Oh, she cheated. But I know for a fact I saw her grabbing a hold of Kasumi's tights.
I could have sworn I saw that foot on the ropes too.
Oh boy. Looks like Sarah's gonna need to get some new glasses. Cause she didn't see that, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should invest in contacts. Is there anything wrong with people cheating? Uh-oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome Draven Campbell.
I wonder what he's out here for.
Hey, production, could you please cut my music?
Oh, he's got a mic. Looks like he has something to say.
Yep. Let's
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Alrighty. These cheap pre-made microphones wouldn't work last week for me for some reason, but nonetheless, JW, I don't know what your problem is with me, but I'm more than happy to be your problem solver. You've attacked me from behind 2 weeks in a row. I think that you might be overcompensating for something with this living legend moniker that you have. I know you lost to Bowser in your debut, and you lost to... Oh, okay. Finally, he gets to come out and face me.
Yes, ask and you shall receive.
Indeed.
So JWB swing coming out. Mr. Bad coming.
Cut my music. I say cut my damn music. What's up? Listen here, just like the fool in the back who can't cut my music on cue. You're a fool. You think you stand toe to toe with me? What am I overcompensating for? Nothing. In fact, if you want to talk about overcompensation, let's talk about what your girlfriend said to me last week. Wait.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about my ex-girlfriend, the one that is like a doorknob where everybody gets a turn? Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, that's fine. I take it how it can come. But that's besides the point. You've never faced someone my caliber, ever. And to think that you're good enough to take me on is ridiculous. You want to sit out here all smug, all cocky, like you're the
cockers or walk, I got other news for you. You crossed the line this time, buddy. You're in this ring with the big boys, and I'm not
We'll
here
see
to
exactly.
play. I'm here to kick ass.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm here to kick your ass just as much.
Oh boy, are we about to see a fight in this ring?
You gotta get a staple at her first, shorty. Come on, someone get him the yellow pages so he can look me in the eye.
Oh God. Eesh.
Wow, the yellow pages.
How's that
That's
feel?
Oh,
How's that
don't worry about me, big boy. I'll chop you down to size.
You in one army?
Oh, I don't need no army to take you out.
Good. I'm sure the Lollipop Guild wouldn't be available anyway.
Ooh.
Lollipop Guild.
Wow.
You know, I'm dressed in my $5,000 suit, my $10,000 shoes, custom made from head to toe, but I can still kick your ass. It don't bother me one bit.
Kicking his
Oh,
ass.
Art.
$15,000.
Looks like you'd be a little afraid to mess that suit up, get it dirty, since you spent so much money on it.
Good Lord.
I ain't scared. You feeling froggy, jump.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord.
Oof.
Ooh. Well, I guess
How's about that, big man?
sabotage the charge.
Wow. That was one hell of a kick.
Well, at least he didn't hit the suit.
No, he hit the face.
Yes. But wouldn't that technically be a bit of a moneymaker, too?
Well, the face is the moneymaker.
And
Try
don't
money
think
taker.
one bit that I'm finished with you. I have just begun.
Oh, so Draven Campbell pretty much called on JWB swing, and then they hurled some insults, and then Draven Campbell kicking the shit out of JWB swing, knocking him out.
Well, one thing we know, the feeling is mutual on these who want to kick each other's asses.
That is for certain. I cannot wait to see these two get in the ring. That's going to be a bloodbath.
Draven, I'm going to kick your ass.
Oh, you heard that, right? JWB swinging, telling Draven.
And like he said to him earlier, he crossed the line this time.
I know your soul is not tamed.
Draven.
Yeah, that's already a blood feud. Let's make that clear. I mean, Draven just kicked JW right in the face. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for your next match. And it is scheduled for, wait, is this?
Scheduled for one fall.
The match is scheduled for one fall in the ring. From Lafayette, Louisiana, standing 6'2", weighing 210 pounds, Leviathan. I didn't even see where he came from.
He has a habit of coming out to the ring in a non-traditional way.
I can see that. It's actually pretty good. Threw me off for a minute. Oh well, moving on. And his opponent from the galaxy of good vibes and vibrations, standing 5 feet 8, weighing 185 pounds, Lexus! Oh my god! What the hell? Lexus going for the Hollywood! That is certainly something!
I like it.
I would say save that for a FPW, but you know what? You can't fight it!
I do too. Well, I could definitely say in my career, my first time seeing someone enter into the ring via hot air balloon. I wasn't expecting that to happen.
You know, and you gotta love Lex's entrance music. It's not only is it catchy, but it speaks volumes.
It does.
Man's got a vision. Man's got focus, he's got a vision, he's going after it.
Yes, and I think he's one of the only few that has wacky and stupid little flailing arm supermen during his entrance.
Yes. Oh boy.
Oh my.
We're getting it on right away.
Yeah, they
Lexus
any
not,
time.
yeah, Lexus not wasting any motion or time. They're getting it going.
Ooh.
Ooh. Lexus now got to skin the cat here. Whoa.
Hey. No touching my little Felix.
Who's trying to touch Felix?
You said skin the cat.
Not what I meant by that.
I know, I just had to be sorry. Yes?
Oh man, Lexus is taking it to Leviathan right now. Oh no, not into the announce table. Whoa!
Oh dear.
Watch the announce table. We don't need this thing breaking. Just let us know if we need to get out of the way. Referee up to 3. Lexus into the apron. And Leviathan back in the ring. Referee up to 6.
We don't know how much it's worth, and frankly, I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either. That... And Lexus trying to come in off the ropes, but Leviathan catches him, going for a pinfall.
And it was only good for a 2 count.
Well, it looks like we're not going to have a quick finish this time around.
Far from it, actually.
I don't know how quick the last time these two faced in the ring was over, but I can tell you right now, there's no way in hell.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh boy. Right into the corner.
And these punches to the gut. Referee's starting off. Wow, only got to a 1. Okay. Oh, what is this? What?
Oh, come on, are you serious?
No, come on. What? Why do a foot choke? Just why? Well, Leviathan using that entire 5 count as much as he could there.
Indeed he was, and just...
Referee pointing at Leviathan, telling him to stop it.
Ooh. And gave him a good old kick in the head. Ouch.
How did this match even get set up?
Your guess is as good as mine on this one.
This is, I mean, a good match, but odd.
Oh, you're not... Uh-oh. The
Whoa,
horse gonna
what?
be flying.
It's like Lexus is gonna fly?
And I hear, Leviathan saying, "Are you serious?" A
Yeah.
heart attack, it seems.
Oh! Right in front of us here.
Shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is solid concrete that Lexus just landed on right out in front of us here, in front of our announce table.
Yeah.
Because he almost went through it. It was so close.
Yeah, he almost hit right into the announce table. That would have hurt. Real bad.
Oh. Okay.
I have to agree with what someone in the audience said. I always say, keep an eye on your opponent.
Yeah. And we got a pin.
1, 2, nope.
Only a 2 count. Lexus kicks out.
I think people definitely are happy that happened.
A lot of people are happy that happened. I mean, I don't see any frustration on Leviathan right now.
Ooh!
Oh, hello! Scorpion kick.
Oh my.
Super kick! Ladies and gentlemen, we gotta remember, Lexus is hurt after all of that. Especially landing hard on that concrete, so...
Indeed. Oh boy.
Yeah, both gentlemen starting to stir and get up.
Ooh.
Oh!
Drop kick right to the head.
Oh! And in that corner, too.
That just adds insult to injury, in my opinion.
It does. I mean, as good as Lexus is, he gave up a lot. He gave up a fair bit of size and strength there.
Indeed. Oh no.
No, not a sharpshooter. What is this, Boston Crab or sharpshooter?
That's the Boston Crab.
It is the Boston Crab. I mean, we don't have the best vantage point from looking behind, but okay, I see it here on the screen. It is a Boston Crab.
Checking to see if he's gonna give.
Yeah.
What did you just say? Yeah, Lexus is starting to feel the pain.
Oh, he's been feeling it. And
He's tapping.
that's it. That's a tap out. I mean, Lexus got thrown to the floor here, so I'm not surprised.
I just heard him yelling, "Get him off!"
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this match, Leviathan! No, that was unnecessary. Come on.
Dude, knock it off. Don't need to keep stopping him.
Yeah, that's unnecessary. Oh, here comes Charlie Duffield.
Uh-oh.
Leviathan getting out of the ring.
Scottish man.
One person you don't want to piss off is Charlie Duffield.
I'm trying to think, that's enough.
I mean, come on, Leviathan. You already have the men's European title. You don't need to.
Good Lord. Lexus, your bottom half is still there. Don't worry.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I think Lexus might actually need to be hauled off to the back. I don't know. He's using Charlie Duffield to try to get up to his feet.
Yes, and I still can't believe what he said of saying if he needed to contact legacy customer support.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I would say, Charlie, help him get to the back. Make sure he gets there safely.
Yeah, maybe that would be a wise idea.
Like I said, he got hit hard on this floor. He hit hard on this floor, not once but twice. So, absolutely brutal match there. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome your FPW Women's European Champion, Hazard! Hazard riding in on that bike as she normally does.
Well, at least she's not riding in on a shopping cart.
That is true! We're not trying to play supermarket sweep here. FPW style, I'd do that. Shoot.
Of course you would.
I had to do it.
Cut it.
Alright. Somebody cut that music. Alright, let's see what Hazard has to say here. She's got a mic in hand.
Look, today is just... Is she? Okay.
Is she tearing up in there?
I don't know. Lost my favorite mask.
Wait, somebody's coming out. What?
I don't do this for the riches, I'm infected. My condition is I'm always in my head. These words are my religion, I'm obsessed, it's by decision. I'ma do this till I'm dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Queens, New York, standing 5'9", weighing 166 pounds, Joanne Steele.
still alive. I'm still alive. Whoa. Man, you didn't think that I'd come back to life. Man, you didn't think that I'd come back to life. Stronger.
Wait.
Man, you didn't think that I'd come back to life. Bet you thought that I was dead, but I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Bet you thought that I was dead, but I'm not dead. I'm not dead.
This is, wow, usually when there's an open challenge and music starts playing, usually that's when the competitor's coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? I don't even know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen.
That's happened before. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, I guess Joanne couldn't come out.
Oh no, that
Isn't that a shame? I so did look forward to seeing what you could do as this new positive you.
I'm positive. I'm not mad.
What did I do? What could I
What did you do?
possibly have done to Joanne? You see, Joanne isn't like us, Hazard. She is prey.
There is no us.
Oh, you think so, but deep down you can't deny what you are, Hazard. Or should I say, Hamada?
No.
You
I'm not
see,
like that anymore.
me and you, we are monsters.
I don't win my matches like that anymore.
You're just in denial about it. Like so many others around here.
Oh boy.
And no, you don't win matches like that anymore. You barely win them. You just about survive. And that isn't what we are about.
Oh dear. This isn't good. You want to see me survive?
I don't want to see you survive at all. I want to see you thrive. To dominate. To destroy these whelps. You don't have to survive
I'll this
at
rope and force
all.
feed you ants. Positive? I'm positive. I'm not like that anymore. I'm not like that.
Oh, I think you are.
Oh, Hazard getting on the other side of the barrel. What the?
Something doesn't seem right.
Some doesn't feel right here.
Whatever it is, I don't like it. No. No, this is wrong.
What's the matter, Hamada?
Forget this. I'm not going back to being a monster. I'm better than that.
Better? You think this is better? You think this is noble? Holding back against these whelps. You think?
Look,
Is it
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
Anarchy? Forget her. Let's do this. I guess she just wanted to
Did
do it.
Joanne Steele just...
Yes. Yes, she did.
Oh my god!
I just heard Joanne Steele say, "Shut the fuck up."
Damn! Joanne Steele telling Anarchy like it is. Joanne Steele in the ring. We gotta get this on or what?
Yeah, I think it's time for us to get this on.
Show
Thank
supports
you.
each other immediately. A lot of respect.
Major respect.
Especially knocking Anarchy out like that. Anarchy's just been standing at the top of that ramp for several weeks now.
And all she was doing there was just heckling and messing with poor Hazard.
Being a menace. Somebody knocked her ass out. Ladies and
Let's
gentlemen,
get this started.
get the tables, get this started. We got a tables match for the European Women's title.
And for those who don't know what a tables match is, it's pretty much whoever goes into the table loses.
Put your opponent through the table and you win. It's not just going to the table. Your opponent has to put you through the table in order for you to lose.
Exactly, so... I just realized it's probably gonna get into the table budget. Great.
No. Not this one. Cooksey, if ladies, please just forewarn us if this is going to be the table that somebody goes through.
I don't think it's gonna be this table, because trust me, I've seen people get slammed into this and it's still standing. See?
Yeah, like we had
It's
earlier
solid.
tonight. Oh. Well, finally we get this challenge underway.
Yes, finally. And I just hear Hazard saying, "Here we go."
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Joanna's catching that kick.
Wait! Oh. Wait, before... Ah! Before what?
Sarah Ashcroft is telling Anarchy to get her ass to the back.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it this way. At this point, Sarah Ashcroft is nothing more than a traffic cop in this match. There are no disqualifications.
Not just for her, to say my favorite arm. And did you just hear what Anarchy just said to Sarah?
Move what? No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat that. Oh no, my head! My only weak spot! Well, you better do something about protecting that weak spot. Ooh. Only one. Damn, you're lucky. I don't know if you would technically call that lucky, but okay.
Oh no. Well, I'm waiting for the tables.
I'm sure at some point they're gonna grab the tables, don't worry. Oh boy. Oh, she's bouncing off the ropes. Woo! And she goes in with the head scissors takedown. There we go. Second win. Uh-oh. Looks like she's trying to set herself up for something. Come on, get up! Get up! She's getting up, calm down. Oh! Oh my damn, she just countered and put her right into a flapjack. Ouch. I don't know about... I need it. What? What do you mean you need a timeout? What the f... Oh my god. Can this get any more bonkers? I swear. Oh. Yep, you heard the ref. There are no timeouts. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Well, that happened. We now have Hazard outside of the ring, while Joanne is on the inside. Don't worry about the mask right now. Just worry about making sure to retain your title. That's what you should be focusing more on. Alrighty, so Sarah is outside of the ring, making sure keep an eye on these two. Though, I don't blame her on making sure to keep her eyes peeled when it comes to Anarchy. Looks like she hasn't decided to move to the back yet. And now Joanne is going in for the pickup on Hazard. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Oh boy. There's a knee to the gut. And they're right on the ramp. It's not gonna be pretty. Oh, and in with a snap suplex. Oh dear. You can just imagine how painful that would be on someone's back. Oh, God. Oh my. Yeesh. Might want to watch your language there. Oh my god, that would be a bit. Oh, eh. Oh, what's this? Of course it's gonna hurt. I think somebody is ready to put someone through the table. Oh man. Oh dear. Now they're in for a headlock. Oh god. This is, I don't know about you people, but this is not looking good. And they're right on the top of the ramp. Oh my god. Oh, no doubt. Ooh. And she goes in with a kick to the gut. Oh no. She's setting up. Oh, oh. Ooh. But Joanne was able to counter with a DDT without a problem. Oh man. Indeed, it was a very nice move. I can admit to that. Oh my goodness. But I think all of us can agree that it's a real nail biter on who exactly is going to go right into that table. Oh. Well, it looks like Joanne tried for something, but Hazard's not having it. Oh. Uh-oh. She's got her by the leg. This doesn't look good. Oh, she's dragging her right onto the table. Oh boy. Well, one thing I know for sure, this is not gonna be pretty. Oh man. Looks like people are very eager for this to
Get
go
up.
What the? I just blinked and I missed what happened. What happened? Well, yes, I know they went through the table, but who went through first? Well, that answers my question.
See you both soon.
Here's your winner, and still, FPW Women's, your European champion, Hazard.
I had some technical difficulties over here. What did I miss?
Pretty much, Joanne went through the table and Hazard has retained the title.
Well, wow. Okay. Sorry for missing some of that, guys. I had some very, very major technical difficulties I had to fix over here on my end. I'm not even gonna comment. Let me... ladies and gentlemen, tonight has been a, let's say, weird night on Uncensored, but a show nonetheless.
That is something, right?
Woo! And now I get to see a Joanne getting carried off. Did Hazard unleash the beast and I missed it?
Wait, huh?
Did Hazard unleash hell?
Wait a minute. I just, took a better look at the video. Apparently, Hazard rolled out of the way, and she pretty much dove into the table.
Ouch. So wait, Joanne was trying to put Hazard through the table and missed.
Anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching another crazy episode of FPW Uncensored. One of your commentators, the piece of other tricks and wonder guys, the Felix.
And I'm your other commentator, the confirmed psycho, TJ Valator. And Trixie, you can say that again on crazy.
It was crazy. But anyway, folks, we will see you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to hit the gift shop and everything. Get your gear. Smart keys, Windroids, everything, anime, everything. Have a good night. And see you guys this Thursday at Allegiance.